Right, so I'm James Stevenson, and today I'm here at the Sunlight Centre in Gillingham, and today I'll be asking some questions with local producer Greg Webster. We will find out how to become a music producer in 2018 and how being a music producer has changed from the 1980s to now. So, let's go in. So, let's go meet Greg Webster, music producer. Hi, you right, Greg?
Hey James, how's it going?
Yeah, decent man. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going really well. Thanks.
Yeah.
How you been?
Cool. Not bad, thanks. Yeah, awesome.
Right, so today I will ask you some questions about what it is like to be a music producer and how being a music producer has changed from the 1980s to now.
Okay.
So, first question. What made you become a music producer?
Well, I've been recording since I was young, and as long as I've been playing music, so I guess I've just sort of worked my way through that really. I've always produced music as I've written, and yeah, just always wanted to work with music, and I really enjoy helping other people realise that the sort of the best of their music, what they can do with it, and drive it to its sort of ultimate end, make it as good as it can be.
What skills do you think are needed to be a music producer?
To be a music producer, so arrangement skills are really helpful. Listening, obviously. I think people skills are probably number one. Being able to, recognise when emotions are sort of rising high and when people are struggling, making people feel comfortable in the studio. I think that's probably key. Most of what actually is just trying to make an artist feel really comfortable in the studio so they can do their best. But yeah, and then more technical things, arrangements, and a bit of general musical theory, I suppose.
Yeah. Has music always been something you have been interested in?
I would say so, yeah, since a child. Mostly since around, I guess 10, 11, I suppose, really started to get into music, and yeah, from there it's been my number one.
What were your inspirations within music growing up?
From a studio point of view, Steve Albini is one of my favourite engineers, and I mean there's tons out there really. There's been lots of stuff to learn from anyone who's produced music, but I think, I don't know, I guess it's different for everybody, but any of the music that I really love, I mean, just going back to wanting to be a producer really is just about really enjoying how a song is recorded and how that comes across, right?
Yeah.
How you can listen to it in your headphones or in your room or whatever, and how that makes you feel. I really love that whole thing. Anyone that is able to achieve that is a big inspiration.
Yeah. And a final question, in your own opinion, how has being a music producer evolved from the 1980s to now, when you think of the equipment and just things like that?
Okay, well, I mean, specifically with the equipment, obviously we've got the digital age has moved in, so that's changed things drastically. As far as being a producer, again, it's very different industry now to what it used to be. You still get music producers in the old-fashioned sense of the word, but not so much. The budgets are nothing now to what they used to be, especially in the 80s. There's loads of money floating around, and it was very much about developing an artist, working with that artist musically, arrangement-wise, and so on. Now, not so much, perhaps, and that specifically not so much with the band. Obviously you've got a lot of sequenced music to work with, which a lot of artists now are doing themselves, like you, which is great. Yeah, but also I think it seems to me you have a lot more singers seem to be the people that are produced the most nowadays. Well, they'll have most of the music is done, and the producers will work with music behind the scenes, or they'll do their own thing and then add a singer to that, which obviously happened in the 80s too, but seems to be that happens more so nowadays, rather than getting session musicians in for a lot of stuff. I don't know how those guys are doing these days, but it doesn't seem to be as prominent. So yeah, I think in a whole, it's the digital age has obviously had a big impact on that. Makes things quicker to produce as well, which is good. And the positive side of that is, you're able to, again, like yourself, sit down with some software at home and create a piece of music really quickly, and and nail a creative idea fast, which is, I think, is amazing.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily need those big budgets of the 80s, where you would maybe spend a whole day in a studio trying to get a band to do this thing. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to have a go at recording?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Great.
All right. If you want to go through there, we'll set you up the mic.
Okay, great.
Cool. So, James, you want to come and stand here and we'll get this in the right place?
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Looks good.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
so- Yeah.
Okay. All right, James.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So I'll play you the line before. All right, so you know where you are.
Yeah, yes, please. Thanks.
But I know there will be better days, 'cause it's my life, this is my time. I'm just gonna be myself tonight, 'cause it feels right. This is my life. But I know there will be better days, 'cause it's my life. This is my time. I'm just gonna be myself tonight, 'cause it feels right. This is my life. When you get knocked down, don't fall apart. Get back up and be who you are, 'cause there'll be better days. Be who you are, 'cause there'll be better days. Why does life have to bring me down? It gets tough, it's just so complicated. And then it all goes under the surface. Just be the real you. And when you stand up, realize that this is a place. Everything is meant to be. But I know there will be better.
Okay, so I think mixing has changed a lot since the 80s, particularly in terms of the digital age coming through, and we're now mixing a lot in the computer or in the box as it's known, rather than using a lot of outboard gear, which is the physical hardware. And I mean, the ideal thing is to use a bit of both, and there are pros and cons to both things. But like this project today, I've just for ease really, just been using a lot of what are called plugins, which are just software versions of the outboard gear that you would get in a studio. And yeah, again, it's a lot easier just to be able to pull up a really good sound, and you can have multiple copies of them, and you don't have to maintain the hardware, which can be very expensive and time consuming. So yeah, I think that's a major change on mixing these days. Also, it means, look, a lot of mixers, particularly freelance mixers, will be able to do this in a portable way. For instance, on a laptop, you can have a MacBook on a plane and you could be mixing with this stuff, which is pretty amazing. Rather than hiring out a whole studio for the day. So yeah, I think that's kind of the major changes.
Cool.
There's your CD.
Thank you so much. It's been a great day. Thanks for the recording session and also for teaching us how to be a music producer in 2018.
Cool.
Thank you, Greg.
No problem. All right.
Cheers.
Take care, mate.
You too.
See ya.
Bye.